really have to be, I mean, you have to be dead set on this is my business name. This is how I'm going to execute
Well, that's really what this
it.
is about. That execution is what it's about, and it's what I said in the very beginning of this, is that sometimes not having your first choice of domain name can make you really dive deep into what you want your business to be and what you want your business to provide, going deep into that. Because sometimes I'll see a domain name and I think, oh, man, that's a great idea for this, or that's something we could add to our list of services or products. So sometimes I think it will help you get clear, and I think that's what it's about. I think it's about clarity, and I think, as you mentioned, it's about execution. It doesn't really matter what you call it in the end. If you don't have execution, you're in trouble. But I'm just going to assume that you have clarity and you have execution, because you shouldn't even put out a shingle, I think, without those things.
I agree with you there, but how do you know if you've gone deep enough? How does my client know if he is like hit on the name or if he knows that he needs to go deeper?
Well, I think you can ask people. The problem is if the buyer, let's say that he wants to go ahead and use the name but not buy the .com names. Mm-hmm. He's going to just put a shingle out, start business. Well, if he starts using that domain or that name for his business, the domain name becomes more valuable. Google.com, that domain name meant nothing. Nobody knows what a Google is. Do you know what it is?
Nope.
It's a 1 with 100 zeros. I believe that's right. It's a lot. It's a big number. So a Google is a lot. But nobody knew what that was. Some people still don't know what it is. They think of it as the search engine, right? Mm-hmm. So that was a cheap domain name.
They made it work.
They made it work, yeah. So now it's worth a lot. What would you do if you had that domain name?
I'd make a lot of money selling it back to Google. I want to take
You
it
and me
hostage.
Right. I mean, it's huge. Same thing for something like Amazon or any of these other. Amazon means nothing. Apple meant nothing. Whether it's Apple Records, that meant nothing.
That brings up another point for me is that I don't think you want to take that route in picking something abstract for your business name. We're not talking.
I don't think so either.
We're not talking
I
all about business names today, but
it needs to be related to what you do.
Exactly.
For example, the blog that I currently write on, bigboldimpact.com, it's about going big. It's about being bold in your business. It's about people who want to make impact in business and go for more than money. You've got a blog, gofireyourself.com. That's exactly what it is. You teach people how to leave their jobs or how to better do what it is that they're doing in business.
And you want to be clear. You want to be able to spell what the person, we've talked about the spelling. You want to be able to have something that's clear and not cutesy and not punny or anything like that.
Yeah, no puns. This is not a time. Same thing with books. I mean, if we're going to go ahead and talk about titling businesses and .coms and courses, books, you're going to do much better if you had, for example, a seminar called How to Make Money Online than calling it something like Live on the Beach.
Yeah.
Or Laptop Beach Seminar or something where, you've got to explain. I think that's the thing. People say, well, Google did it and Yahoo did it. Those things meant nothing. Well, they didn't mean anything, but they were in early, for one, and they put a lot of money into us knowing what they are. And also, we've used them a lot. Same thing with Fiverr. Think about Fiverr. Fiverr. By the way, if you go to just the normal Fiverr, joking around about that takes you to the new Fiverr. I think it's Fiverr. So it's got an extra R, but Fiverr, the way it started out, everything was only $5.
It's kind of like if you're, like I've run a retail store in my day, and they always say location, location, location. And your URL is your location. And if you're going to be in an obscure part of town, you're going to have to spend a lot of money advertising to people that you're there and getting people there and saying, hey, we're here. And, you just have to spend a lot of money doing that. But if you spend the money to be in a premium, expensive, nice area of town where everybody's already shopping and where everybody already knows to go there, then you don't have to pay as much money to get people over there.
All right, Laurel, let's get to the takeaways of this discussion. And the first one is whether you're thinking of a name for your business, for your book, or for your .com company, for your blog, or whatever that is, it's good to go deep, even if you can get the domain name. And if I think of a good domain name, I'm going to grab it, believe me, if it's available.
Yeah, so don't let David know if you have a good idea.
And if it's cheap, I'm going to grab it too. And cheap, I consider, maybe under $1,000.
How many do you own?
At one time, I had about 800 and something.
Yeah.
Now I've pared it down, either from selling it, just not in that business anymore. Don't have a lot of online properties like I did. Trying to simplify. Probably 120, maybe 100 in the 100 something.
That's more reasonable, I guess.
So anyway, you want to go deep. You want to get that clarity, and you want to get really clear on the service and product that you're providing. I think that it should be a name that backs those things up. It shouldn't be cutesy. You shouldn't have to explain it. It shouldn't be some kind of inside joke.
No.
Get clear on your name. Number 2, you're going to pay now or you're going to pay later. If you have a business and the .com name is not taken, you might be interested in it. The more you grow that business, the tougher it is to get that domain name cheaply.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and I think if you're having trouble too, like when you're starting a business or when you're getting into a new project or something, you are way too close to it. I mean, just way too close to it. You're going to have opinions about your name that you need to run it by some other people.
You should run it by something or somebody.
I say either a coach or a mentor, and also talk to people. Talk to your customers. Your customers are the people that you're serving. So see what they like.
Yes, but own the domain name before you let people know about it. You should own everything. If you're trying to don't go to a forum or get on a mastermind call and say, hey, I'm thinking about buying blankblank.com. That's a sure way for somebody to snap it up.
No, don't do that. I agree with that.
So buy it, especially if it's $7 or $10. Redpodcast.com, we've gotten at least a couple of domain names for this that we're not even using because we're not sure if we're going to use them.
Exactly. And
so just grab them, $10, $12. It's cheap. It's easy to do.
I like it.
Final takeaway, Laurel, you said it great. Execution is going to be more important than any of this. You can have a great name, but without execution, you've got nothing. You can have really a mediocre product. You can have a lot of mediocrity. And with good execution, and everybody's got the same ideas. I think podcasting is a great example of this. It's execution. Everybody's doing the same thing. Not us. I mean, you and I got this thing together, but we also have these interview podcasts, and we're basically interviewing the same people everybody else is interviewing. It's kind of boring.
Yep. You got to do something different. You got to execute the hell out of your business. And sometimes buying a premium domain name is what lights that fire under your ass to do what you need to do.
Well, you're going to take yourself real seriously when you start throwing money at that.
Yeah, when you put that money on the table, you back it up.
It's belief in yourself. So I would absolutely encourage people, don't get stupid with it, but if you could find something, we found a lot of great domain names. Just kind of searching around here, or earlier today we had to do this. Found a lot of stuff. I was surprised. They were in about the $6.99 range. Not bad.
Not terrible. I mean, if you're in it for the long haul, buy something that's going to take you the distance. Don't buy a crappy car, crappy furniture. Don't do that. Buy something that's going to go the distance that people can find you in your location online. That's what I say.
Do it.
Do it.
All right. Final thought? Or was that it?
That was kind of it. I just think digging deeper, and that's what you've always told me since we met, is like, how can we go deeper with this? And how can we find just the perfect name? And again, that comes back to talking to somebody that you trust, that's somebody who has experience in the business world, and find that person that can help you. So get a coach, get a mentor, and go deep with this thing and let them help you. Because you're too close to it.
Yeah. It's, I think of it as the Earth. We're sitting on the Earth right now, and the Earth looks flat, right? We've flown all around, right, Laurel? Mm-hmm. And never fallen off the Earth.
Not yet.
Looks flat, doesn't look round to me. You got to get that distance before you can see it's actually round.
That's true.
And you're not going to do it where you're standing right now. So that's it for this episode of Red Podcast. Redpodcast.com is our website. And if you've got questions, you can ask them through that website, redpodcast.com. Laurel, thank you.
Thank you, David. See you next time.
See you on the next one. Bye.